Welcome back to the adventures of the son of Loki. And I have to just say for the next couple of days, I'm going to apologize in advance. The editing is going to be very, very little. As I've said in a couple of videos and as I've said on Discord, my parents have come from the other side of the country to visit for a couple of days. So I have very, very, very little time for anything really, unfortunately. So I can still get the 2-3 videos a day, however many I do on the channel. It's all just a blur at this stage. But unfortunately, the editing... By editing a video, not only does it, do I have to sink the time into doing that, but it also takes a lot longer to upload because it puts it out in a different format, which tends to be a much bigger file size. On the plus side, if I don't edit it, though, it comes out in higher quality because it hasn't gone through processing again, so that's pretty good, huh? Anyway, I don't think we really need to do much editing for these early episodes, especially because we're quite involved. We're kind of actively doing a lot of stuff. Making our way through societies. We're not waiting on claims or anything like that, It's not your sort of... Catholic playthrough is a lot slower. This time we've got... so much shit to see and do. And apparently, last episode, we became, what was this thing again? Rime Breaker? Rimmer Breaker? I have no idea how you say that, but this character is used fighting in cold. It's nuts. That is a nuts bonus. Damage plus 10%, obviously the combat mountains. So what I was thinking, as this guy is a demigod, he does have a much, much longer lifespan than your average character. This guy's going to live... honestly, I'd probably estimate up to about the age of 200, assuming that Lunatic or Possessed doesn't take him before that. So, I think we want to get as much done with this guy as possible. Now, I'm not saying we'll become a Merchant Republic or become feudal or reform the religion or anything like that. It would kind of suck if we did everything with one character. But it will give us the opportunity to sort of explore many different avenues with one guy, push our way all the way through the society as well, and sort of stay at the top level for quite a long time. Forge some bloodlines. We may be able to forge multiple bloodlines with this one dude. I think it is more than possible to do that. The other thing I'm concerned about is that we need to be very, very prepared for succession. And we also need to be in the strongest position for succession, because not only are we playing as a Norse, obviously, tribal ruler, as other provinces have already started to convert. Let's just check how Catholicism is spread right now. Honestly, they're doing pretty well. Obviously, they've taken most of the UK at this stage. They're moving up into Scandinavia, too. They're taking Schleswig-Holstein. I'm somewhat concerned right now that not only are we going to be fighting Catholics with the new Holy Fury Reformation mechanics, where they might approach the King of Sweden and say, hey, convert, otherwise we'll kill you dead. Not only that, but we're going to be fighting other Germanic heresies. Our moral authority is incredibly low, and we're the only old Jotnar character, to my knowledge, that's a landed character on the map. So not only have we got the Christians to deal with, but we've also got the other Norse characters to deal with who hate us because we're heretics. As we found out a couple of episodes ago when we were conquested. And then the game crashed, unfortunately. Yeah, of course it did. I remember now. So, this guy, I think we want to build up our treasury, build up some bloodlines, make Gotland a very defensive place to be feared. And we could very much easily do that, being that it's basically an island at this stage with this weird strait crossing. I guess they just walk across the arrows or something, because I'm pretty sure there's a good few miles between mainland Sweden and Gotland in real life. Anyway, let's move on. And let's forget that I haven't mentioned anything about that strait crossing, which I hate once again. So we are at war, but we joined it as an ally as part of the society, the Warriors of Utgard. I want to focus on rulership. Honestly, I haven't really got a problem with that. Obviously, I like the business focus, because the last time we found out that I was wrong about the business focus event, I guess I must have been playing a mod at the time or something, but I thought that they changed it so that the business focus to base the mints event was based on your monthly balance or your yearly income. Turns out I'm an idiot, and actually it's still the same. I guess we've been playing, maybe HIP changes it then or something like that. Might be the case, because HIP is obviously about him, historical immersion, and a random Norse dude finding 100 gold in his treasury somewhere doesn't make much sense, when we are not going to see that for many, many years. Anyway, we could flip over to magic as well. Magic, I think, is not going to suit this dude. Even though he's a demigod, which makes him count as magical. I think that's one of the... Oh, it's not one of the conditions. Anybody can try it. I guess it would take a regular guy a long time. We are a demigod, so we do have some degree of magic, but I think we will stick with... I think we'll go to rulership, just to fulfill that. But also because it will help us, obviously, keep the realm together a little bit. We are also tribal kinslide, so we do need to keep an eye on that, because it's going to lower our diplomacy quite heavily there. Where's our wife? She's in hiding. Oh, final month of pregnancy. Okay, fair enough then. Now, bearing in mind, as our guy's going to live to 200, by the time that comes around, all of our current generation of kids are going to be dead. So what I would recommend maybe is get rid of... I was going to say get rid of all the concubines, but if we have fewer than 3 concubines, we lose prestige, don't we? So we're going to need to keep these concubines kicking around. What we're probably going to want to do instead then is maybe make sure we've got a fresh set of concubines kicking around in the next sort of 150 years or so that we can start having new heirs. So when this guy turns about 180, we want to get some new concubines, hopefully get some kids out immediately, get them trained up and ready to take over for when we eventually die. Like I said, we're not quite immortal, but we are very, very long-lived. We've also got a dragon brother. Thera Loki's daughter. She's a demigod dragon. Loki? Nope, he's born of... So, giants have some weird things, as we found out on the live stream the other day. We were playing as a giant character and had a child, and that ended up being a horse. I sort of speculated at the time that was probably a reference to Sleipnir, the eight-legged horse who pulls the chariot, Loki's son, basically. And I thought that maybe they had some mechanics around that. So maybe the dragon is another reference to Norse mythology. I don't know if Loki had a giant dragon of a son. I think Jormungandr was Loki's son, right? But I'm pretty sure that wasn't... I guess that's just how they represented it, huh? A dragon? Who knows? Anyway, a daughter was born to Queen Sheogoratha. Yep, close enough. Named Gila. She any good? She's terrible. So obviously we've got Melodious Voice and Elizabeth Child, please. Now, our wife has Melodious Voice. Now, we definitely want to pass that. It's Diplomacy +3. Vassal Opinion +15 is huge, and Attraction Opinion is +15 is obviously huge as well. If we could pass that on, that would be incredible, and obviously we've got Wise, which is the equivalent of Genius in this. If we could get all of that in one character, we would be incredibly set for next generation. Who's next in line then? Marshall, 26 Marshall, Davaconis, who we invited over, who's apparently also a court physician. He's a man of many talents, you've got to admit. You, my friend, can... Train troops, we get levy reinforcements would be pretty fantastic. Organize a raid is kind of okay, but it's free troops to throw away, but it's also not particularly good either. Rather than you... Oh yeah, proselytizing. I was going to say, rather than proselytizing, we should have him build zeal, but no, we are a different religion, so we definitely need to go for that, just in case, for whatever reason... oh, that happened. Yeah, we'll deal with that in a second. Just in case, for whatever reason, we die and this guy's converted in the meantime, so that we can obviously flip back. Loki, your father, the husband of my lover, has sent me a letter asking me directly if we're having an affair. Yeah, we did cuck our own father, Loki, who is obviously an incredibly powerful frost giant. Maybe not the type of guy we want to piss off. He's much stronger than us. He's got over 100 more personal combat than us, and he has a lot more martial than us as well. We can deny, or we can confess and promise to end the affair. Now, in Norse, in the Asgard pantheon, in the pantheons of, you know, Asgard, Vanaheim, and Norse mythology in general, I don't think this is too peculiar. I think this is fairly acceptable. I'm still going to flatly deny it, though, because I don't want this guy to maybe go on a vengeful... We might be able to trick him. Trick him the tricks to God, that's high tea right there, along with obviously sleeping with his wife. That's pretty high tea as well. Bloodline, so he's got the blood of Loki, so we have the blood of Loki, don't we? I never really internalized that yet. What does that give? Intrigue +2, health +5 as well is pretty huge. So even without the demigod trait, even if that eventually fades away, we'll always have this, we'll always have this sort of God's blood in our family permanently. I wonder if we could breed in all the different God's blood. Maybe next generation try and marry someone who, say, has, I don't know, was it matrilineal transfer? There are ways to do it. It would be very annoying, though. Just farm up bloodlines like the base game, so marry off them matrilineally. Yeah, it's possible. Kind of annoying, but I might try and do that. That could be kind of fun, I think. Okay, so what's the plan then? Obviously, carrying on raiding is going to be a big one. Build up the capital as soon as possible is going to be a big one. Weaponsmith level 2. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. Levy reinforcement rate, morale of armies +10% as well. We've got 1,100 men. We do need a lot more. Oh, God, flatly deny. We do need a lot more before I'm willing to go into sort of Central Western Europe to go raiding properly. Because, you know, mainly for burning things down. But also, I'd like several different units so that we can make the raiding a bit more effective. Hitting Rome, I think, would be pretty impressive. Going for, like, Rome or Constantinople? That sounds like a good plan. Many warriors have gathered. We're going to challenge Helga, the best speaker. Who's this dude? Of course, it's my good friend Kunwapal Chauhan, our Indian friend, who's also Old Jotnar. How has this happened? What the fuck? How has this happened? Where are you people? They're actually down in India. Okay, of course. No, that makes perfect sense. Obviously, we will go for the best speaker. I stand up and shout Helga's name in the dining hall. Another fleeting. What was she good at again? She's ambitious, which I think there was one against her. Yeah, that one. Right, okay. I'm not going to go through this event again. We've done it so many times. She's not going to challenge us to a duel because she's a big old weakling. Our daughter. Do we want to put her into the warriors of Utgard? I mean, she's pretty good, right? She's got melodious voice. She's an insect. Well, possess gives personal combat, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit burnt. She's still -5 because she's a, what? Chest pains. I thought it was because she was a child. Would make sense if children had less personal combat, but I guess they never had to consider themselves that, huh? Werewolf vampire, something, well, as we found out before, our son started becoming a werewolf. Then we had a priest pray for him. So we might have just about freed him from that, but I have no idea. Anyway, magical education for our daughter. Fuck it, why not? Let's start magical educating everybody. Recruit to the Warrior Lodge as well. I was waiting for you to be ready. We died. No. We didn't just die. We were assassinated. Oh my god. You know who did that, don't you? Oh my god, I absolutely know who did that. It was Loki. We slept with his wife and then he killed us dead. The true trickster god. And honestly, I'm kind of happy that we're not playing as another immortal character. I think we can all agree on that one. Hey, he lived a good life. 53 years old, the demigod King Sheogorath died at the hands of his own father, Loki. Unbelievable. What a lovely evening. Food's good, good entertainment in the company of friends, but I don't feel so good. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Loki, I curse you with my dying breath. What a cool way to die. Anyway, we are now playing as, and this kind of gets a little bit cooler. We're now playing as King Bjorlam of Gotland. Petty King Bjorlam of Gotland, who is a wizard, an arcane master. He's actually channeled his god's blood into power. He's got magical heritage. Again, because he has god's blood. He's also a half-giant as well, despite the fact that, wait. Oh, right, because both his parents were half-giants. I was going to say, was his mother not human, or maybe even full-giant? Anyway, what do we want to go for? I think we want to go magic focus all in. So, the universe is an expansive place, and what lies beyond even more so. So, all of these are, once again, based on sort of, Mythos is very good in the way that it's not just any old random fantasy crap. You don't find orcs, you don't find goblins, you don't find much like Tolkienian stuff, because people forget how much fantasy actually came from Tolkien. Sort of avoiding that and gone for history, like mythological history beyond that. So we can try and study conjuration. You know, there's basis in history for all of these, I think. Obviously, metals into gold, big old alchemy. I think alchemy could be very, very cool. We are going to go for that as well, because it used to be very OP. Now, I'm not doing it because it's OP, but it will give us a nice helping hand. And if it turns out to still be very, very OP, we're going to avoid that one too much. Kill Gerda. Okay, so we know that this guy wasn't going to kill his own father. It's definitely Loki. We know it was Loki. The event said it was Loki. I don't think that was just a suspicious thing, right? I wonder if the gods have, like, a unique power where they can kill you dead if you betray them. I think that might be a little bit OP. Anyway, Gotland set his crown focus. Let's go open council positions. Chancellor, Erstein. Why does Erstein not like us? Rival. Oh, that was our educator. Probably because he made us ambitious. Yeah. Sorry, Erstein. Although you are good, I think literally anyone is better. Let's go for Hjalmar. Let's go Marshal for Davaconis. Steward can be Aleph. Is he any good? Yeah, 18 is very good. Spymaster. We can go for Hel, our aunt. There we go. I'm going to send her a gift as well, because she's very good, and she's obviously our spy master, so we want to keep her on board. Let's send her off to the Byzantine Empire. Now, we could have obviously kept her around in court. This is probably one of the reasons why we died. If we kept her around scheming, she'd have definitely found out about her father, Loki's, scheming against, obviously, our father and her own brother there, but, you know. It's not a big deal, is it? Right, build a legend. Do we want to build a legend? That's a great question. Obviously, construction would be better, I think, while we're building such valuable buildings. If we were just building, like, a marketplace or, like, you know, dry dock or whatever, I wouldn't give so much of a shit about it. But the current building that we've got going on right now, for that 10% bonus to both morale and reinforcement rate, that's too good to ignore. It means we can go raiding more importantly. Right, Davaconis Davon. Train troops. Just because if we get the reinforcement, I think that's going to be much more valuable than having a raid. Raids can also, you know, deduct away from you. Christina, courtier in Gotland. She's another wizard. She's a small half-giant. Well, that's a shame. And then we've also got, wow, we've got a couple of wizards kicking around, huh? Christina, courtier in Gotland, welcome. I would love to get the giant's blood up to full-blown giant, because the full-blown giants get a lot of personal combat bonuses, huh? So let's see who we've got on the list of people to marry. I'll just get type in giant, see what comes up. We've got half-giants. Courtier and Finnmark. Oh, there are actually old Jotnar kicking around. Half giant, half giant, half giant. Okay. What else could we go for then? We could maybe try and invite a full-blooded giant from Asgard. Let's see what we've got. Giant. Okay. Drawing core, any. We need to say Diplo range, yes, for a start. Okay, let's see what we've got. Oh, unfortunately, there's also a trait called giant, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. Sort by age. And then we'll also say gender, women, married, no. Alright, Helga's wanting to join us, and she is she a full-blown? She is a full-blown giant. Helga, 44, full-blown giant. Oh, 44, though. I don't know if giants have the Jotun, North Germanic. Oh my god, Jotun culture would be awesome. What are we now? We're Norse. Is there any difference? Can raid overseas with ships. Can raid infidel neighbors for loot. But I believe our religion gives us that anyway, does it not? Fleets can navigate rivers. Rulers can raid infidel neighbors for loot. Yeah, I believe we can already do that. Let's see. Have we got any other giants available? Ingrid is a possibility. She's only a half giant though. She is giant in the human sense, not in the giant sense. She's a fire giant. That would be so cool. She's also 18. Sarah, Loki's daughter, my aunt. Why not? Honestly, weirder things are happening in this playthrough. Right. Well, we can't buy a favor from her. We can buy a favor from her. I was going to say because she's related to a ruler. Yeah, that's us, idiot. Right, okay, how much does she want for a favor? 80 gold. You are a price worth paying, my beloved. I should have maybe just bought that favor from her in the first place rather than sending the gold. 69 gold there. That was almost a perfect number for a while. Alright, let's let a couple of months tick. We're actually making a decent amount of gold for a tribal ruler as well. Like 3 gold per month, that's nothing to, might not seem like a huge amount, but it's nothing to sniff at. Oh, even though we sent her that gold, she's still not interested. Right, let's get her on board. Let's get her on board here. Bothilda Sulvi's daughter is a werewolf vampire. Something I think we know that she's going to be a werewolf. We seem to have a bit of a weird werewolf infestation. Not sure what determines that. It might just be entirely random. Compose a book for 50 gold. Oh, it's normally so good. It's normally so good, but seeing as we're trying to save up to get her down here. Sarah Fabauty's son, yeah. A fire giant is awesome. I don't know whether something determines or how you can determine their bonuses from their giant race. You know, we've seen hill giants, frost giants, and fire giants. I think it's just purely random. It might be influenced somewhat by their blood, but I think it's entirely random for the most part. We've got the flu. Please don't die. Oh, God. You can do this. Gain the trait flu. Hey, there we go. Though we want to try to overtake me, it's no match for the divine power that courses through my veins. I'll take more than that to bring me down. Oh, sweet. Shit. Why is that? Is that because we're a giant? Maybe it's because we're a giant, though, that we were allowed to do that. Or maybe it's because we have the divine blood of Loki. Who knows? That's clearly not the divine blood. There we go. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's cool. That's cool. It might be a little bit OP, though. Let's hope it's not part of the bloodline, because that would be a little too strong, I think, if we were just, you know, constantly able to survive any disease. So what's our opinion like of us right now? So base opinion, so opinion is -2, base reluctance -3. So if we get it to like +20, I have a feeling we'd be able to buy a favor from her. And we could also send her a tapestry. That would give her enough opinion. Trust me on this one. Buy a favor, invite her to court, and then when she dies, our children will get it anyway. It's still -3, huh? I better not have just sent you a tapestry which is going to shit, my dude. Otherwise, I'm going to be very, very annoyed by that one. What if we just try and arrange marriage? What if we just arrange marriage between her and... Oh, we can't? Why not? Is she too much of a close relative? Can you not marry your aunt? Well, that would suck if I've just given her a bloody tapestry that we're never going to get back. I mean, it's 2% build cost. I'm really not that... Oh, no, we're not going to miss out on the 5 gold. Well, it's better to do that than to... and have learnt a lesson here rather than buying a favor. Shit, really? I thought you could marry your aunt in CK2. I guess not. I guess cousin is the minimum. Marry her off to this guy. No. Oh, Odin will also say no because we're an infidel. We're old yacht now and she's north. God fucking damn it. Alright, who else we got kicking around then? Sikiania? Oh, our sister? We can't marry our own sister, can we? No, I didn't think that was the case. We've also got her. She's a half giant, but she is magical as well. That's actually it. Kind of sucks. Okay, you know, we'll wait for some more fresh ones to come up, maybe. Ah, okay. Seeking greater magical power, I've come across information related to a grimoire known as the Lesser Key of Solomon. This is pretty big. So, there are 3 books, I believe, that are basically the path to magic, and you have to fulfill all 3 before you can start learning about your specific field. You obviously need to do your research. So, there's the Lesser Key of Solomon, Greater Key of Solomon, and I believe it's the Book of Hermes, but I might be wrong on that. So, whenever we get the opportunities to do these, even if it will put us into horrible debt, I think it's always worth doing. Just because this is a really long event chain. Like, it's a huge event chain. We started it on stream, and that stream went on for like 2 to 3 hours, and we never finished it by the end of it. We were basically playing on speed 5 the whole time. I found a merchant passing through as a Norse translation of the Lesser Key of Solomon. That's very convenient. 20 gold for power, that's a good deal. 26 gold again. And we're now dabbling a cultist that gives us learning +1. Basically just like, you know, I guess the equivalent of amateur steward or whatever, but for occultism. Well, I'm just about to say, we've been at peace for way too long here. Let's get to work. Alright. Who can lead our troops? Ingrid the Frost Giant. Ingrid, are you married? Ingrid the Frost Giant, are you married? Oh, yeah, but she was 46. Oh, she's a different one. Wait, is she a half giant? No, she's a full-blooded giant. Why was she not on my list of people? Who knows? Alright, so by age, and let's... See, something makes me think that maybe... Maybe frost giants can have children beyond that? Oh, what about her? Oh, she's a half giant. Yeah, I'm really not interested in these half giants, my dude. Gonna be honest. We can still try and get her to court. We'll just stick with it. Maybe we can find a way around it. Take her as a concubine, maybe? I'm not sure that's possible. Anyway, we'll keep close on it. She'll do for now. Send her a gift. Let's get her to court first and foremost. Did that just cost me 66 gold? I hope I read that wrong. That was 66 opinion for 15 gold. Hello. Right, let's take you as a concubine first and foremost. Boom. Alright. We'll keep that giant blood strong. We're not going to marry anybody who's like, you know, less than half giant. Speaking of which, we've got Grima. She is 46. Yeah, everybody in our court. What happened if we promoted Commander? They came in as half giants, didn't they? Yeah, okay. What if we present Debutante? Do they come in giants? They don't. They just come in regular humans. Kind of understandable, really. I'm just going to say excellent on that one. That's a real shame. Alright. Well, keep a very close eye on things. Okay, let's go down to wherever has got a shit ton of gold. That's not Denmark. Just speaking from personal knowledge there. I'm pretty sure that's not Denmark. Right, where do I want to go for? I was going to say the UK because they're always so turbulent around this time that their army is going to be fighting everybody else's armies. What if we hit, like... Lincoln has a lot of gold. But, like, Dorset is fine. Sussex. We've got a lot in Gwent. Let's just hit this northern French coast. That's not failed us yet, huh? I will share my knowledge of statesmanship with her. Our aunt. Of course we will. Yes. Did she like that? Was she up for it? Marvellous. Opinion changed? How about now? Do you want to buy favour? Oh, well, I spent all my gold, didn't I, on that other lady instead. New important decision. Oh, compose a book. I'm going to untake that for now. You know what? I'm going to borrow money. I've changed my mind. Right, we're going to compose a book and commission a runestone. Let it speak of Shea Goratha. I think he deserves to be honoured. He's our first character into this campaign. I feel like he's a very important guy. Died way too young. You know, without him, our current character would never have been a wizard. So I'm more than happy to honour him somewhat. You need a new beard, my guy. My God, I'm suppressing the hiccups. This is Loki at work right now. I'm holding it back, my guys, but it's not working out here. New hairstyle for you, my friend. Alright, so what do we want to go for? Intricacies of relationships. Write about managing a realm. Something in honor of Ymir? Or family history. What are we going to go about? 3 generations. Great. Let's go for... I've got to go for it. I've got to go for how to build a well. Any stewardship bonuses at this stage, I'm 100% fine with. Right, my guy. Let's make some money then, friend. What have we got kicking around? Fair amount. Okay, so it's going to be probably the standard sort of like 20 gold per go, huh? Who are you? You are a half giant. Alright, whatever then. Whatever, don't care about half giants. Diplomacy +2, that's what I'm really up to. General opinion +10. Wait, general opinion +10? That makes sense. I'm sure the Christians really care about the fact that we've raised a runestone to our lunatic half-god father. Yep, that's fine. 200 prestige, 100 piety. It's worth the price for that, because obviously the prestige and piety effects from having it so low are going to be completely moot. So having it a little bit higher there might give us a slight bonus at inviting her over. She's up for it now. Oh, of course you are. Welcome to court. She can't say no because she doesn't have any rulers related to her, and she's here. Nice. Hey, you want to marry my guy? You want to marry my guy, though? I went through so much effort for this. Do you want to marry my guy? How else can we do it? So we can just brew a potion that will make her love us if we have an ingredient. How can we get an ingredient? We could go and steal an ingredient from someone else. We can join the war. I think we probably should, you know, because raiding's going to be... they caught me while I was distracted. While we're busy, you know, constantly out raiding, as that's sort of the main source of our economy, there's no reason not to be also getting... working our way through the society to obviously buff that up as well. Bonding friendship with this guy that we just gave a pretty bad black guy there. Thirstein of Cannon, welcome. Alright, let's move into Cologne and sort of grab... Oh, I wanted to siege it down, but in fact, we've only got 200 men. That would have been the opportune time to take it out. Okay. Levy size plus 10% seems appropriate right now when we've got so few men left. Nice. The grimoire, written by King Solomon the Wise of Jerusalem. This is the greater key of Solomon. We're blowing through this so quick. Man, this is crazy. Okay. I feel like our guy might be a pretty competent wizard in that case. But anyway, the character we'll be playing as on stream as well, I should mention this, was... What is going on here? Zoroastrian. Of course he is. Of course he is. Whatever. I should mention that he was also an Arcane Master, but this guy's going through it so quickly compared to the speed Jerry King tried doing it with. That's pretty nuts. Okay, let's get this Greater Key of Solomon. Fingers crossed. We're going to go raid... Was that say the Faroe Islands? I have no idea. I'll just wage war. Okay, fine. Keep looking. So this is going to cost us a certain amount of gold. The amount of gold that we spend is more or less random, to my knowledge. On stream, it took quite a while, which obviously might contribute to why it took so long as well. 12 gold to go. Like I said, even if it gets us into horrible debt, I'm going to keep doing it. My acquaintance... Oh, no. That was Loki's wife that obviously slept with our father. Died under suspicious circumstances. Yeah, I bet she did. Yeah, I'm sure that the Master Schemer and 51 Intrigue Loki definitely had nothing to do with that. We're still possessed lunatic, aren't we? Yeah, because that's partying on. The men I sent out could not find it. We have to keep looking. Oh, God, this is going to drain the treasury. Shit. And this guy wants 40 gold to build a statue now. I'm going to say no to that because, you know, I'm kind of happy about the Great Key of Solomon instead. Oh, and we've got an artifact. That's nice. Who was that, sorry? My sister is known as... My half-sister is known as a milk drinker. Yeah, she does look like a bit of a milk drinker. She's got it all over her face there. Okay, another 11 gold. Nice. And let's... I guess it's a bit late to keep trying to bribe her. Now, how are we going to get an artifact? How are we going to get specifically an ingredient? What ingredients are there? Hibiscus is an ingredient. Hibiscus. Reset all. Let's see if we can find some and steal it. Hibiscus. Right. AWAS apparently has some. My good friend, I would like this from you. Basically any of those. Can we steal artifact? You need to select a third party. What do you mean? Oh, that might not be working. Seems like something might be a little bit broken there. Yeah, you need to select a third party as a targeted decision doesn't seem to be working right. We'll try on a different character, much because he is busy with some other things that... Okay, Ragnar. Ragnar will do. Steel artifact. Nope. It's broken AF. Probably for the best, because the steel artifact mod is a little bit OP. Alright. Oh, there we go. We're winning over a friendship, apparently. Another 11 gold. Come on, you've got to get this book. You've got to get this book, my guy. Maybe we should just bite the bullet. Everybody close your eyes. Oh, the game's bugging out. Unbelievable bug out there from the game. Just every single time. I can't believe it. Okay, sorry, it's back now. Right, there we go. I don't know what that bug was all about, but it seems to be running fine. Let's see if she's up from... There we go. Now that we've got her to like us more, we can marry her, right? It's as simple as that. That's all it took. I think that's kind of cool. Sarah and King Bjorlam, do not question it. You delete that comment right now there, Steve. I get married, and we can collect a royal aid duty to pay for the ceremonies. It's everyone's concern, or people respect wealth. We get 19 gold, which would let us pay for one single copy of the Book of Solomon, one single search, or people respect wealth. Kind of hard to say. I mean, the 19 gold is going to disappear almost instantly. The prestige is permanent, but kind of irrelevant as well. Both of these choices, I think, are complete non-choices. Get married. Hey, he did it. All he had to do was marry his wife. Okay, marry his aunt. I meant to say aunt. We've proper Jon Snowed it. 2 series in a row. Alright. Groom and heir. King Bjorland wants to have a child and see them reach adulthood. Seems like a good idea. A giant child, perhaps. Another 11 gold down the drain. I've learned quite a bit about alchemy as I've gone. I'm thinking of publishing my notes for others to learn from. We can get the trait humble, or we can turn knowledge into gold. So we can basically write a book about alchemy and sell it. Why not? We lose prestige because we're an idiot. He's an absolute idiot. It's gone. My God, we should have just taken humble. Humble's actually not too terrible here. I'm kind of annoyed we've got Craven. I think there's a chance of getting rid of that, isn't there, as part of the society. So that would work out pretty well for us. The men I sent out for it still cannot find it. Somebody should keep track of this, because this is going to get out of hand pretty quickly, huh? Christina might fancy us. She's a giant. Make a move. She's spurned my subtle advances. We'll see about that. Not anymore. Thank you. Right, have we got anyone else in our court we can take as concubines? Any more giant ladies? Take Hel, our spy master. It's a bit strange, isn't it? Who else we got here? Our sister. She'll do. Not a son. We'll see about that. Another 12 gold down the drain. Our Dragon Marshal has been stealing money. Do we want to throw him in prison and take 100 gold and banish him? Or do we want to keep around a Marshal with 26? An immortal Dragon Marshal, who's apparently also a summoner with 26 Marshal. I think I'll deal with it later. I'm not in the mood for banishing a guy over... Oh, God, I don't care about Swainer anymore. We've already got where we need it to be. I don't particularly want to upset a guy over 100 gold. I don't think it's necessary, especially when he's so good as well. Especially when he's quite powerful, too. She's trying to move her elbow. She's trying to move her elbow. Do not move your elbow, cheater. Oh, we failed. We failed. Oh, my God, we're known as the Feeble. We're known as the Feeble? Wow, that sucks. That's actually genuinely like the worst title we could have got. He's not doing particularly well though, huh? Another 10 gold. Come on, we've basically got to wait for this to go before I'm going to head out again. Nice. Oh shit. After all I've done, I'm okay. But okay, so proud isn't too terrible, right? Let's just want the prestige. No, that's absolutely fine then. Hey, there it is. I just go to foreign merchants, come across a copy of the Key of Solomon. Merchant being what they are is willing to pay for it for a small price. That's Mjolnir. Obviously, we got the Galahorn. It's a big old axe. I assume that's the ring, that magical ring that multiplies itself. Got some other stuff kicking. Look at it, just randomly got, you know, the Galahorn and Mjolnir there hanging on a wall. Nice. How much did that cost us in the end? I don't know, but now we are a dabbling occultist. Oh, shit, we're losing that and becoming just a straight-up occultist. So these actually do get added to our treasury as well, I should mention. You've got the Greater Key of Solomon and the Lesser Key of Solomon, which give a huge amount of bonuses. Wow. So give Stewardship +2, Learning +2, Tax Modifier +5%. What the hell? And this one gives Learning +3, Plot Power Increase +10%, Tax Modifier +5% as well. They're very, very good, aren't they? Like, between them, they're quite fucking OP, huh? That's awesome. Plot power increase, that's cool. Now, the only issue with these books is that even though you spent a small fortune on them, when you died, you obviously don't inherit them. I believe they follow the same rules as the Necronomicon. They disappear from our treasury. They're non-inheritable artifacts, which kind of sucks a little bit, because obviously, you know, if you're not careful, we got, I think, fairly lucky with that one. But if you end up going on that big event train and getting a lot of these, or following that same event a lot where you spend 10, 11 gold, then it can be very, very expensive. But we got fairly lucky there, especially as you only keep for one generation too. Closing book. Perhaps I can help. Of course. Werewolf, Vampire, something. Hopefully we'll have a nice amount of books. Now, these do fill up the book slot, right? Yeah, that's the only other downside here. Oh, God, shit. Crusader Kings. The Teutonic Order. The Knights of St. John. Knights of San Diego. This is Knights of Calatrava. Renewed Jihad. The Bektashi Order. Let's just get all this out of the way then, shall we? We good? Anybody else want to turn up? Any other holy orders need founding? We're fine. We're safe. Let's leave that here for today. We've got 2 spooky demon books about spooky demons and apparently taxes too, because I feel like demons and taxes fall hand in hand for the most part, don't they? Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. A real shame about our first character, but I think Wizard... I didn't want to play as another immortal character for far too long. I think the Wizard is a good replacement either way. So, very happy to be continuing on. Not too sad to see our guy lost there early into his life. Let's give a shout out to the insane top tier level patrons for making this series possible in the first place. A big thank you to Harik, Alpha Scuff, Asuna Curacao, Atmosis, Average Gamer 419, Baniel, Sidini, Conspired T, Crosis, Escape, Facundo Vasquez, Heydog, Jimbo, Josh Lindeen Tesla, Michael Mullen, Necrophilin, Palvis Presley, Sean Thornton, Smirtworm, Tom Terry 18, Vacuous Backers, Wolfson, and Zazzy7011. Thank you all for your support, the Intensity Lovers on Patreon. Thank you for keeping the channel alive and making this all possible in the first place. It's much appreciated. Thank you. And a big thank you as well. The same thing goes to my good friends Gray, Nathaniel Lindberg, Llewellyn Thomas, Acero, Betimus Max, Chris, Crazy Pat, David Van Diepen, Don, Connie2 and 7, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, Genji Zerka, Haji Damar, Hancock, Harry McGowan, Icy the Great, Jay Lehrer, James Barnes, Euron DeVries, John Holiday, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Beer, Justin Plock, Nathan Flores, Matthew, Nick, Panther Pearl, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, Sothal the Swede, Wolfie, Zico, and in person, Sidini, Fraser Brennan, Noah Gallimore, and the Insane Pickle too. Thank you all for your support.